one perceives very clearly, objectively, without any bias, that all organized religions throughout the world, all of them, are based on superstition, faith, belief, tradition. Obviously, with their various forms of rituals, dresses, fancy dresses, and so on, so on, so on. You see, that's put together by thought, whether the ancient thought or present thought is put together by thought, right? Therefore, as thought being limited, it must be limited. Because thought, I'll briefly explain to you, thought is the outcome of memory. Memory is part of knowledge. Knowledge is outcome of experience, right? There is no complete knowledge. In the scientific world, they're adding knowledge up, right? Bit by bit by bit by bit. 1,000 people or 100,000 people are adding to it day after day, day after day, right? Therefore, the more is limited, right? So experience is limited. Experience of a man who says, I've reached God, is limited. Right? So, knowledge, whether now or in the future, is limited. Therefore, thought is limited. Right? So, anything that thought has put together, both externally or inwardly, is limited. Right? So, action based on thought is limited. Get it? Hear it for the first time, for God's sake. All action is, if it is based on thought, will always be limited. Therefore, that which is limited must invariably create conflict. If I'm thinking about myself all day long, as most people do, it's a very small affair, right? I must practice, I must meditate, I must not do this, I must not do that. You follow? I must seek, I must have no conflict, I must meditate. It's all very self-centered activity. And therefore it's very limited. Right? So thought is limited. Is there an action which is not based on thought? Thought is the past. All the memories, all the tradition, all that. And thought also has projected the future. The ideal, the communist theories is still limited. So, if we are acting according to the past or to the future, it is still limited, right? Therefore, breeding enormous conflict and confusion, obviously. So, is there an action which is not based on the past or the future, because all time is now? Is there an action which is so complete now? You understand? Which means seeing something clearly is to act instantly. I see very clearly, the speaker sees very clearly, to belong to any organization, especially spiritual organizations, is utterly detrimental, limited. Therefore, don't belong to anything. Yes, sir. Because to belong to something gives us security. We won't feel safe. The Guru knows I don't, therefore I'll follow him. It's a form of deception in security. Right? So, one perceives that, and instant action. The whole thing, you are free of the whole so-called spiritual leadership. That requires, you understand, it's not strength, mere perception of seeing what is.